Not
Fasting.
fasting. Yes.
Fasting. Yes, that's why we have breakfast, because it's to break the fast.
Oh, yes.
Break
Breakfast.
fast.
Right.
Breakfast, break fast. To it means to start eating. That's what breakfast means. To start eating. Yeah. It's there. It's in the language. It's the answers are
Yes.
there in the language, and it. Yeah, you're right. Nobody died because they didn't eat something for 24 hours, right?
Yeah. No.
In fact, a lot of people probably had positive experiences because of that. So, uh, as- so it's really interesting. We have a lot of bad habits in the modern world. A lot of bad, especially at Christmas with um, this too much of everything, right? My my kids got so many presents and gifts from people that I can't even remember which present came from which person. And that's not good. That's not good. That's too
Yeah.
much.
It's interesting for a while, nachwilu, for a while,
Hmm.
for children. But then,
It's life is about discovery.
Mhm.
And when you discover something, then you automatically finish so that you can begin again.
Yes.
And each toy, it's not the toy, it's the process of discovery of the toy. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? What does it do? Okay, and once you understand it, you put it to one
Yes.
side and you go and look
Yes.
for something else. And and if you understand what it is very quickly and what it does very quickly, then you put it to one side and you go and do something else. It's natural. It's the way we are. If if people are not interesting for us, we don't communicate with them. We stop talking to them if they are not interesting for
Yeah.
us, and we move on to something else. And at Christmas, people forget about the discovery element. They forget that once you know what it is, you stop doing things with it. Yeah. Once you find the treasure,
Yes.
that's not the end. That's the beginning of the next treasure hunt. It's the beginning of the next part of the process, and and so the gift is not important. What is important is that you give children something that makes them think about what it is. Because if they get a book about airplanes, then it's a book about airplanes. They understand it straight away. It's no longer relevant or interesting for them. They do it with games. They do it with computer games. They do it with sports, and everything has everything has a very limited time scale in that. That's why sports games are 50 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, or 1 hour and a half, whatever, and then it's the end, and then they start again. And it's life is discovery and rediscovery of things. But once you know what it is, it's not interesting anymore. Because if you know what will be tomorrow, then right, it's just, you have no reason to live anymore. So the most important thing is not understanding what it is. Like, what is this? I don't know. What does it do? Because children will return to things that are unclear. Because if it's a ball, it's a ball. I understand what a ball is. But if it's something else that they don't know what it is, then they'll go back to it again and again and again and look at it. And that's what makes people interesting, because interesting people are always changing. They're always developing themselves. They're not just one thing. They're interesting people are a puzzle that other people have to try to learn about and figure out. And then once you solve the puzzle, the puzzle's not interesting anymore. Once you solve the puzzle, yeah. When you read the book and you know who the last page, it tells you who the killer is, right? And then the book is not interesting anymore, and you don't read the book again because you know who the killer is, and you go on to the next book. And that's the way we are as people. We are voyagers and discoverers, and it's not knowing is far more interesting than knowing. Knowing is a far greater responsibility, but not knowing is far more interesting. So yeah, things to think about.